Well, it's been a while since I've really done any shed hunting. I got JJ with me. We actually had a basketball tournament he came up for, and we got beat out, so we had a few hours here before dark. Just got permission to cross the road from where I was looking, and found quite a few here in the past. It's been a long time since I've walked it, but the guy did find one just driving around, so I know there's at least a match here somewhere. JJ over there in the bright pink. A lot of pines and grass up in here. Good budding. JJ just called, found a gnarly deadhead. A buck that I got some footage of. Basically just had a bunch of spikes. And JJ just found him dead. Sounded like he found him up the edge of the field or something. Looks like it's been there a little while. Coyote probably drug it out, but pretty gnarly one.
Doing a little shed hunting now with Tom. But it's a big moment for me because, you know, I'm pretty early in my shed hunting tenure here. I'm just trying to learn from the brass going with Tom, Gideon. They've been going for many, many decades here. You know, sometimes you learn by wearing their clothes. You know, you got to infiltrate, think like them. Today, I got Tom's boots. I was really hoping these were waterproof muckers. They're not. So my feet are wet as hell. However, without wearing Tom's pants, I have found my first shed. It's a deadhead. Wow, that is crusty AF. This is a big buck. Old. It's scary. It's like zombie, dude. Crazy. Look at that. Wow. He's been dead a long time. That would have been something to see, huh? Wow.
Those little grass knobs are ideal. Pretty wet down in the swamp. I couldn't get through where I wanted to get through. Gotta make a loop around all the good stuff and try to get as best as I can. Thanks. Yeah, I'm not crossing that. Damn it. I'm gonna have to walk up and around. Well, I think I got a shed here. Might be a stick. No, it's an old shed. Wow, that's an ancient one. Just found a dead doe out in the field. I think JJ found that gnarly dead buck just on the edge of that field. So keep walking here. Found a couple things anyway.
Started a new fashion thing.
What's that?
Half polarized, half bare eyes.
Yeah, that's that buck for sure. It's been there a long time.
Yeah.
Absolutely 100% fact that that's that buck.
He's a zombie. He looks like Satan.
I had him at like 10 yards off the ground.
Yeah.
In my mom's.
Okay.
And then my dad seen him during gun season, but he jumped across the fence before he can get a shot at it.
So how old do you think he is? Because he's already making stupid
He
horns.
was like that when I saw him.
Yeah.
All he had was spikes all over like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
He was old then, but this thing's been dead a long time.
Yeah.
Did you find it down that swamp? Right on the edge of that field?
Yeah, it was at the edge of the field, yeah.
That's what I figured. I just walked through there. Yep.
So I came up on it and I could just see this. And I was like, uh-oh, that's a big one.
Yeah.
And then I pulled him out. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, I wish I could. If my dad was around to show him that. It was the craziest thing. That.
Huh.
I got some footage of him. I had my camera on my bow.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I couldn't get drawn because he turned, and next thing you know, he'd come up just a little bit of knob and was looking right at me, and I couldn't draw my bow. Yeah, just nasty.
Satan. Cool though.
Yeah, it is.
Looks like a lightning strike.
Right. Just about back to the truck. Found that dead head and one old one. JJ goes back tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can get him to go for a walk in the morning before he heads back. There's a lot of woods here. I got permission to the east, and there were some cornfields over that way. So all this woods is connected. Just gotta walk it really good. We'll see. Either way, I'll be out tomorrow. Continue this video. Find anything else? Crazy. Just that old 2-year-old one, probably. That was it. There's a lot of sign. Like, I walked that with about 100 yards, about it. But you start getting up in there's a lot more sign.
The swampy areas look pretty good. But
Oh yeah. They're in there. They're just tough to see. Heading back out. Gonna go back where me and JJ were last night. He headed home. Gonna just walk a little to the west. There's probably 40 or 80 acres there to the west of where we were last night. And then there was a cornfield on the far west side of that they were in all winter. So I'm gonna go walk that. It's pretty much all hardwoods and pine. I've really never spent a lot of time walking it over the years, but the deer were in there pretty good, and I know last winter they were coming out of there too, so should be able to find something. That buck that JJ found was pretty crazy. We watched the video last night. I found it, and it's actually from 2017. I thought it was a little late, earlier than that, but 2017, and it was that year of the rack that when he was dead when we found him. But it was that year that I had the encounter. Like 10 yards on the ground. I was sitting on the stump. It was during bow season, during November. But yeah, he was kind of in the brush, and the footage ain't the greatest, but it most definitely was him. So he had died sometime after that. I don't know, someone shot him, or he's just old. He looks like an ancient buck. He really does. That's crazy that it was in that good a condition for laying for 7 years. It's crazy. It must have been, my guess is it was in swamp grass. Pretty much all covered up except for that end of that beam that got chewed on was probably sticking out because that part's cracked too. The rest of it's all solid. There's actually a little bit of color left on the back side of the base. Well, that didn't take long. Just a little bale right here. I don't know if he's eating on the bale and dropped it. Cornfield's right here. Just a little guy, but I literally just got here, so combination. They were out eating in this corn. You can see they're pounding this bale. Big heavy trail, but yeah, I'm gonna walk this edge and then I'll get back into the woods. But that was quick. Nice little young buck, starting to bleach out. It is early April now. Well, I just found this little one. I was walking this ridge behind the guy's house, hitting all these oak trees that they're digging in. I was up on top of this hill right here, and I come down and I could see a bunch of hair, and right up above it is a big old dead buck. Big dead buck. Holy smokes. That's a big sucker. Holy crap. Looks like a younger buck, but man, has it got some cool stuff going on. Look at that. I think it's definitely a young buck, like a 3-year-old. That's too bad. Jeez. Wonder what got him. Man, you hate to see that. A lot of mass. Yeah, I just found that little one up there right by the cornfield. I'm probably 100 yards off the cornfield, 100 yards behind the guy's house. I'm just kind of walking. These ridges were all these acorns. They were digging on acorns this winter, really heavy. Come down, like I said, and I saw a bunch of hair right there, and I started walking up to the hair, and he was laying right here. Not a chew mark or nothing on him, but look at that. Look at that mass right there. But I'm gonna keep walking. Maybe find some sheds. Just following this heavy trail up. I think that's gonna be it for today. Just a quick walk. On that dead head and one small shed right up on the edge of the field. I don't want to say I covered it really great here, but I walked it pretty decent. Really, when you get into here, there's a lot of sign. That's going to be it for today. It's supposed to be a storm coming in. It's starting to rain pretty good now. I like shed hunting in the rain, but not pouring rain in a storm. Might get back out tonight after the game. For sure tomorrow afternoon. Got more land to the east over there yet. A lot of woods over there. Haven't got to walk yet. So plenty of places. More videos to come, hopefully. Well, just getting out. Had the solar eclipse today. Got pretty dark. So getting back to this cornfield. I got permission to the south last night, but I decided to go a different spot, and I found that big dead buck. But I've walked this cornfield a bunch of times this winter. Landowner just came out and asked if I had any luck, and I said no. Not today, because I just got here, but he said there was a great big 14 pointer that was out here. So I didn't see anything like that around, but anyway, just got out, just found one. I'm kind of walking in circles just to talking because he just left. But I don't know if I've walked by this shed a bunch of times or if it's a late drop. So I've walked this corn, like I said, probably 10 times. And my guess is this is just a late drop, because I have a hard time believing I'd miss this. But it's really white, like it's been laying here a while. Of course, I forgot my backpack, and I forgot to spray down for ticks. But see, this whole winter, corn all over the ground here. I'm gonna go back up this way a little ways, but they are so easy to see right now. Out in fields, they get a little white on them, and it's heavy overcast. Like I said, the eclipse was just about an hour ago, so it's just perfect. It's been kind of misty, raining too. Just wanted to skim this real quick before I head to the south into that woods I have not been in yet, and that's where a lot of the deer were coming from. So yeah, first one, just got out here. See if I can match him up or find something else here. Yeah, so I think this is just a fresher drop. It still has its wax ring. And there is no way I walked by that shed where it was at. 'Cause it stuck out like a sore thumb. So I'm probably gonna have to walk all this grass again. I was gonna go straight to the south end of the woods there, but I think this whole property needs to get walked again, especially on a day like this. Every time I come on here and walk this big woods back here, it was so bright out you couldn't hardly see anything. Well, I see another one up here in this grass that I've walked I don't know how many times this winter, so I know this is another late drop. There's no missing this one. Looks like a nice one too. They were just hanging on late. I've walked in this matted spot I don't know how many times. Yeah. Just hanging on late. Not a match. That's got wax ring too. These probably haven't been on the ground very long. That's crazy. It's what's April 8th today? Yeah, there's no missing this. This was all matted down. You don't miss a shed laying right there. I'd say both of these have been dropped within the last week. Glad I came back. So that means all this woods has got to get walked back here again. Well, the GoPro just died. Got these two sheds. Cutting around, still walking the hardwoods. And got the first one. It's a deadhead. Flip this around. Just a little guy. Looks like the landowner set it there. Sitting right on a rock. Somebody set this here. Maybe not. Bones there. Looks like it's from this fall. Yeah. That's what I'm dealing with. A lot of oak trees in here and they're digging all over and they kind of just bed on these knobs. Keep looking. Well, that's gonna end this video. Found those two today. Small deadhead. And that was about it. Those were both fresh sheds too. They had wax rings on them. I know they weren't there because I've walked in those spots probably 10 times, so I know they're fresh. Probably won't even go back to that spot at all this year, but hoping to get out a few more times, maybe make one more video, and probably be done. I got turkey season coming up in a couple weeks, and work's getting busy at work. So, but anyway, yeah, that deadhead that JJ found, he's calling it Satan's head. I called it the freak buck. It's pretty wild that buck laid since it's been dead since 2017. And just finding them now, pretty wild. That footage that I got of him off the ground bow hunting way back in the day, that's just the last thing that I thought that we'd ever find or something like that. Yeah, till the next video. See you then.
What is this?
Yeah, I wish my dad was around showing that. That was the craziest thing.